Yeah, hi everyone, Mr. Markwick here. In today's video, I'm just going to show you how to calculate simple interest using this variation of the simple interest formula where I, the amount of interest, is equal to P times by I times by N, where P is the principal. Now remember, principal is the amount of money that you are either investing or borrowing. So for example, if you're investing $10,000, your principal is $10,000. If you're borrowing or taking a loan out for $10,000, then your principal would be $10,000. The lowercase I is the flat rate of interest per annum, per year, but expressed as a decimal. So make sure you convert that percentage to a decimal. And N is the number of years, or the time in years. So wherever you see time given in months, make sure you convert that to years, which takes me to my first example here. I'm going to use this formula to calculate the simple interest paid on an investment of $8,000 at a flat rate of 7% per annum over 18 months. So I'm just going to put those values basically straight into the formula. So before I do that, P, or the principal, is $8,000. The interest rate is 7% per year. But we're going to convert that to a decimal, remember. So divide that by 100, gives me 0.07, and that's the value I'm going to use in the formula. And the number of years, or the time in years, is 18 months. But remember, I want to convert that to years. So 18 divided by 12, or 18 over 12, which is actually 1.5 or 1.5 years. So they're the three values I'm going to put in: 8,000, 0.07, and 1.5 into the formula. So the amount of interest earned is 8,000 multiplied by 0.07 times by 1.5 years. And just put that straight into your calculator. So 8,000 times by 0.07, sorry, to multiply 8,000, let's try again, times by 0.07 times by 1.5 is $840. So $840 is the amount of interest earned when you invest $8,000 at 7% for 18 months. Okay, second example is pretty much the same, except the question says find the total value of the investment after 8 years. So here in the first example, I've worked out how much interest you're earning. To work out the total value of the investment, I would simply add the original principal back on top of that $840. So I'm going to do the same thing for the second example. I'm going to identify principal, which in this case is $2,700 that George invests. The flat rate, or the interest, is 5% per annum. Converting it to a decimal, I'm dividing by 100, which is 0.05. And the time in years, or the number of years, this time's already given to me in years, it's 8. So just put those values straight into the formula. So I equals P times lowercase I times N. And again, put that into your calculator. So this time 2,700 times by 0.05 times by 8 is equal to $1,080. But I'm now going to add, because the question says find the total value of the investment, I'm going to add that back to the principal, which was 2,700, which will give me a final answer of $3,780. Okay, this is just one variation of the simple interest formula. There's a few different variations there. In this example, we're converting that interest rate to a decimal straight away. So you don't need to write it as P times I times N over 100. Some formulas use P times R times T, but essentially it's the same thing. And yeah, hopefully that helps. One variation, two examples. Thanks for watching.